Hey guys, Vick here and welcome to another review. Today we are looking at the Endless Mods 24mm RDA. Now I got this from Yorkshire Vaping. I got it from the shop. It's Yorkshire Vaping. The yorkshirevapor.co.uk is the web address if you just want to go online. And it's actually made, the Endless Mod UK company is in association with Shady Vaping, so there's Shady Vaping site as well. This RDA is part of a set that you can get. So basically they have a full kit available. They have an 18650 mod that comes with a range of sleeves. You can have it in hybrid mode, you can have it with a proper top cap. All these different colour sleeves are available, aluminium sleeves. You can do it in stacked, all this stuff, but this is just the RDA that we're reviewing today. I've just got the RDA. Now, all that to one side, we're just going to look at the RDA, but if you want to go and check out the kit, go on the Yorkshire Vapor and have a look at what they've got for sale, or on Shady Vaping and have a look on what they've got on there. So, this is the RDA, 24mm. I've got the brass version, but again it comes in a range of colours to suit you. It's a 2-post velocity style deck that I've got. There is another deck knocking about, but I think this is the best deck you can get for it. And so yeah, it's that velocity style, 24mm, big juice well, and it's coming out at around £25, £30, £29.99 I think is the official RRP. You can get there's a normal drip tip adapter for it, but it comes with this wide bore drip tip as well. So yeah, so we'll go down low. We'll go down low. I've popped some coils in, but I haven't played with them yet because I just want to show you. I wanted to show you. I actually did it a week ago, the up close section for this video. Because I wanted to show you it all clean, get you a good look at the deck before I wicked it up, before I played with the coils and everything and had a vape on it. So we'll go back in time, we'll go up close, and I'll show you the RDA. See you in a sec. Okay guys, here we are up close with the Endless 24 RDA, Endless Mods UK. This is the box that it comes in. Opening this up and you will see the dripper. You will also see the drip tip converter if you want to use a normal drip tip. You pop that in instead if you want to use a normal drip tip. There's some spares as well, but I've misplaced those. Basically just an Allen key, some grub screws and an O-ring. And this is the RDA. So I have the sort of brass one. One thing to notice straight away, if you look at this 510, it's so long, it's really long. Certain mods, it's just way too long for certain mods. The RX200 doesn't fit on at all, there's a massive gap. It's really long, this, and I'm not sure why. Underneath it says #EndlessMods24, and that's my serial number as well. And this is a drip tip, this is removable. It's got like a special wide bore drip tip, and then you can use the converter I showed you if you don't want to use that. Then you've got your airflow, absolutely massive airflow available. Look at the size and amount of airflow available there. I'm using it like this just to give you some sort of guide. I'm using it like that, just those 4 holes. Absolutely incredible amount of airflow available. This is a cloud chucking RDA, that's for sure. So if we take the top cap off, you'll see it's got those fins, sort of Mutation X type situation. Yeah, it's got that sort of style going on. And then I'll pull this out and we'll get into, that's your chimney. Now unfortunately, and I think this is an oversight, that the inside of the, on the brass one, because it comes in various colours, the brass one, the inside is brass. It should be stainless steel on the inside really. Some people aren't comfortable with having brass touching their vape. That's something to bear in mind if you're one of those people. And then here is your deck. Now I haven't sorted these coils out yet. I wanted to show you the RDA all clean and nice before wicking it and sorting the coils out and everything. You'll notice that I've got really long legs on these coils. Now that's partly because if you actually look at this, if you actually look at how this lines up, you need the coils really high if you want them to be touching the airflow. If you want them lined up with the airflow, you need them really high up, and that's something to bear in mind. So it's a velocity style 2-post situation, grub screws on the side, really nice big juice well, and not bad machining actually, I've got to say that as well. Very clean in here, no machiny smell or anything like that came with this. 2 nice big O-rings, and it all holds together very well, I must admit, so far anyway. So that is the up close. We'll go back up top. I'll wick this all up, I'll sort these coils out, and we'll vape on it properly and talk about it. Okay guys, that was the Endless RDA up close. One thing I've got to get off my chest straight away about this RDA. I bought this RDA specifically to go on the RX 200. I thought the black and the brass would sort of like nicely matchy. But unfortunately, check this out. Look at the gap. Look at that gap on the thing. The 510 on this is so long that it just doesn't screw down, you know, and that's true for several of my mods. The 510 is so long on this that it does not fit on certain mods. I'm guessing that it fits a tree on the actual Endless mod, and so they've gone for a really long 510 because there's a hybrid top cap available for that, and so I guess they wanted to make sure that it was 100% safe with a hybrid top cap, so they've gone for a really long 510. But yeah, I'm slightly frustrated that it does not screw down nicely on my RX 200. Slightly frustrating. So I'm going to have to find another mod. You know, if anyone wants to suggest a mod that would look good with this RDA, let me know and I'll try and pick it up. So that's like one clear negative frustration of mine, that the 510 is super long and doesn't screw down flush. It might also be like a cloud chasey thing. They want to leave a gap between the RDA and the mod, so it doesn't get so the mod doesn't get too hot, I guess. It could be that. Maybe that's the thing, I don't know. But that's slightly frustrating. The other not major negative, personal niggle of mine of this RDA is that it's grub screws. Now, it's a velocity deck and they all seem to use grub screws for those. But with grub screws, I find that there's a shelf life to grub screws because eventually they just get rounded off. I think like compared to like a Phillips screw or a flathead or whatever, I feel like they only last so long because they just get rounded out. And so I'm not a massive fan of grub screws. That's another thing to bear in mind if you feel like me on that. So bear that in mind. Other thing to note, you know, this is a cloud chasing RDA, specifically for cloud chasing. Look how many air holes I actually have open. I only actually have the outer 4 holes open. All that is closed. The airflow is absolutely massive. This is specifically for cloud chasing, and it's absolutely horrendously massive airflow available. And that's just not me. You know, I'm a 75 watts, and I just don't need that much airflow. You know, it's crazy. I sorted out the coils before anyone slags it off. Anyone slags off my up close. I hadn't even, you know, messed with them or pinched them or anything at that point. You know, so the coils are fine, it's vaping fine, but I'm on 4 air holes, and it is a vast amount of air holes available. If you're a dripper that drips at 40, 50 watts, I don't think this is RDA is for you. This is for people really chucking those clouds, really upping the voltage, upping the wattage, and getting loads of power through this. On that note, some people reviewing this are gonna say that the flavour's not great. Now, the flavour isn't great if you're vaping at 40, 50 watts, but if you crank that wattage up, crank that voltage up, the flavour I think is actually quite decent. It's not a flavour RDA, you know, there are way better RDAs out there for flavour, but it is good. The flavour is good if you get a nice 70, you know, like I've got 75 watts through this, flavour's great. So if you crank it up, the flavour's alright, I think. So I'm not going to slag it off for that. The deck, nice and easy to build on, velocity style deck, nice deep juice well. The O-rings are all good, it's all just the right amount of tension. I like this drip tip that comes with it, but if you want to switch it out, you can do. $29.99 for a really nice cloud chasing RDA. Remember as well that it's 24 millimeters, so it's not going to fit on your 22 millimeter tube mods, you know. So bear that in mind. But obviously, you should know that going in. It vapes like this. It vapes like this. Absolutely chucking it, and that's just at 75 watts with 4 air holes. You know, if you go even higher, open it up even more, it's going to be absolutely chucking the vapor out. So bear that in mind as well. Overall, I really like this RDA. A couple of negatives, 510 and stuff like that, but overall it's a really solid RDA, and the actual kit, the full tube kit and everything, looks boss. If you're still vaping on tube mix, looks absolutely ace. So bear that in mind. I've been Vick, and I'll see you again soon.